Hello, everyone. My name is Zainab, and today I'll be presenting the UNICEF organization. The reason why I chose this organization because they face all of the morality youth issues, and that is gender-based violence, children with disability, discrimination, climate change, and child's health. A good example would be an indigenous girl living in a rural community in a low-income country, and that could have like a higher risk of exclusion for educational opportunities. And that could be because of her gender or unable to be access to their school at home. Could be because of proper poverty. There's so many reasons that an indigenous person or an indigenous female faces these issues. Um, their mission and goal is to aim to protect children's rights and expand their growth opportunities. Also to aim and establish children's rights as ethical principles and international um, standards. Mobilize political will and resources to help developing countries, uh, protecting those disadvantaged children's victims of war, disasters, extreme poverty, violence, the list goes on. And also promoting equal rights for women and girls. In order to do that, they need funding. So what they have available is if you go on their website, there would be like a pop-up where they'll ask you for a donation or an option where to subscribe um, every month to pay for their organization and what they do. And then also they are funded by the government, private sectors, internal governmental organizations, foundations, and so on. Also, there is a video of the reports of where they're spending their money. If you guys are interested, you guys can go ahead and check that out. So from that, there comes positive outcomes. So from that, they've had young children and adults making a difference by building an awareness and being a voice for others. And a good example would be like Sophia Desert. She's 18 years old, and she's an activist for Muslim girls' rights, and has been mentioned twice in New York Times, and has fight fight. It's like currently fighting against educational inequalities. So that's amazing. That's awesome. Um, Again, she's an example of like being a voice for girls that don't have a voice. So that's like really great. Also, they provide education for children, providing health for children, those that don't have access for health care, and protection for children. But there can be a negative outcome. Um, Nothing is like always positive. There has to be like a negative, and their negative outcome is um, workers are stretched thin and volunteers were not trained properly. This information comes from my friend that worked at that organization. She mentioned that um, a lot of them are volunteers, so they don't know any information on how they can properly teach a disabled individual to like use I believe it was like a computer or like a computer program. It was her teaching um the disabled how to use computers. And so um when there's an issue, they have to figure it out in the long run. Um Another negative impact is, or another negative outcome, sorry, is the lack of positive engagement opportunities due to conflict. So that could be like war, or like parents not understanding what that organization is doing, um, limited data, also like global challenges, public health emergencies, conflict, natural disasters, and social economics. Suggestions for those issues would be retooling of management and workers. I would say like if they had hired help, a hired help knows more than a volunteer. So if they had like a few hired helps, those hired helps can guide um, the volunteers on how things should work and how um, reaching their mission and values. Um, Add support page. If they're unable to reach a certain goal, they can add like ads in their websites. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you go on their websites, they don't have ads on there. Just the pop-up of asking for donations and all. Educating parents on why UNICEF is right for their kids. Again, there could be conflict. A parent doesn't really know English or um, doesn't really understand why this program is helping them. Um, and also there could be fear of like, why would this person helping me? And it's a stranger and it's in the middle of war and you can't really trust anyone but yourself during that time, those tough times. And also focusing on child's health. And the reason why I say that is because there are two quotes from a peer review article that mentioned that the organization is lacking or like not really focusing on child's health. Um, you guys can pause to read this quote, but it's like essentially saying like um, they need to like start on focusing on child's health. I mean, if their main mission and goal is to have child's growth opportunity, we need to keep them healthy and safe for that. And if they're not focusing on that, then how would we reach that growth? Um, a better leader to coordinate these issues. Overall, the organization has excellent goals in helping youth, children survive and thrive. Um, The program did struggle. They do have some struggles, and it's like due to like volunteers having limited sources. Um, and Overall, the program is still good. They just have to like fix these issues and challenges for them to be more better. How I found my information is from the UNICEF website pages, the interview I conducted with my friend that was very helpful because she was like an inside source of that program and this organization, and the ASU library. The ASU library is such a big help on finding information about that organization and what ways things could change. And these are my references. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys have any questions about um, my organization, just leave a comment down below. Happy to help.